Welcome back, everybody. Day number 2 here from the Female Atlantic Challenge Cup. Team New Brunswick taking on Team Nova Scotia. Nova Scotia won last night after they jumped out to a huge advantage in the shot column, 18-4 after the first, but it was PEI who pushed back on them and came close a few times, but Nova Scotia held on, 4-1 victory, and meanwhile, New Brunswick looking to reverse their fortunes here. They outshot Team Newfoundland and Labrador 57-11, but they fell 4-1 in an opposite fate to Nova Scotia. You're listening to Hot Button Sports here from RBC Arena out in Dartmouth, Nova Scotia. Female Atlantic Challenge Cup. As that one's going to be passed ahead. Comes right back. Two high-flying teams. One could argue both the best teams in their contests. Newfoundland and Labrador took advantage of some costly turnovers from Team New Brunswick. Before in the back of the net, including an empty netter, but New Brunswick looking to reverse their fortunes here as that one's going to be passed up. Comes right back, New Brunswick. Here's Poirier. Passes that one ahead. Walks in, takes a shot, reeled in. And that one's going to be covered right on up by Paige McPhee. Eleanor Feltham, fantastic last night. 36 saves on 37 shots on goal. They controlled the shot column through one. They outshot PEI 18-4, but it was PEI who controlled it the rest of the way, 31-17. They walk in, tries to get a shot off there. Collected by New Brunswick, passed ahead. Comes right back over the line, dashing in, walks in, shoots, sends that one out to the right of McPhee. Sending that one back, Jasmine McGrath. Passed across, McInnes tried to fire that one in. That one's almost held in at the line, but it comes just out. Picked up. McGrath plays that one. That one's going to be stolen away now, taken down. No call on the play there. Collected by Vickers. Jade Vickers plays that one across here for Rachel Hartnell. Up for Eisner. Back up to the point, walks in, takes a shot, sending that one wide. Annika Betts getting the start today here for New Brunswick. That one cycles right back in. It's collected. Here's Richard. Stolen away. Here comes Nova Scotia. Over the line, Driscoll. Looking to center it. She's going to take it in behind the net. Ella Driscoll gets that one taken away from her, and New Brunswick will break it out. Skating that one up to center, and they'll fire that one in. New Brunswick completing a change here. They got one attacker down low, almost strips the netminder. McPhee of it. But four Nova Scotian skaters all over her. Here's Culligan, plays it across, walks in, takes a shot, rebound in front. That one's blocked before it could get through to McPhee. There's Culligan, sending that one down low. Kirsten McKinnon. Swinging that one back up top for Culligan, and that one takes a hop on her stick. Comes right back. Here's Culligan. Gets it up to the line. We'll fire that one back around. Rings it around the boards for McKinnon. McKinnon trying to center that one. That one's picked up in the middle of the ice here by Nova Scotia. That one comes up over the blue line. Looking to bust on through. Takes a shot there, and that one's going to be redirected. Picked up, walks in, takes a shot, and that one's going to be steered aside. Chanel Ouellette, and that one finds its way to the back, and New Brunswick scores. It took a funny hop, but it ends up in the back of the net, and New Brunswick leads 1-0. Emily Thomas right on the doorstep, collecting that rebound, and New Brunswick has their first lead of the tournament. They lead 1-0. McIntyre sending that one back in deep. There's McGrath. It's going to be poked ahead. Collected, dropped right off. McIntyre throws that one across. She gets it right back. Nova Scotia looking for a response. It's New Brunswick's first lead and the first time Nova Scotia is trailing in their first couple of games. Picked up by McGrath. Taken away, back up top. Takes a fall there, tries to chip it ahead. The defense will be there to clean that one up. There's McGrath. Getting that one up to the line as Grace White will flip it in and New Brunswick will complete a change. Here's McKinnon over the blue line, trying to dash through. Drops it off here for Dweron. Dweron back up top. Swings it down into the corner. Team New Brunswick taking it back the other way. Odd man rush back the other way. Walks in, takes a shot, and that one's going to be stopped by McPhee as it gets redirected. McKinnon turns that one over. Comes right back to the defense, and they're going to throw that one up ice. 5 minutes gone here in period number 1. New Brunswick with the early icebreaker. Here's Vickers. Vickers passes that one ahead, and that one's going to miss everything, go all the way down, and that'll be an icing here charge to Team Nova Scotia. So an offensive zone draw for New Brunswick coming up, and part of the key for New Brunswick is just keeping that pressure up. They fired 57 shots on Katie Hurley of Newfoundland and Labrador yesterday and only solved her once in the last minute of the contest. But then it was too little too late, so the key for them is going to be to keep that tempo up. They found a good note, just couldn't solve Hurley. And that one ends up in the bench. Now we'll win critical here for New Brunswick. And for Nova Scotia, it's about finding a way to get into control, find those soft areas of the ice to exploit the other team to keep the pressure up. That's what they did against PEI in the first period last night, but they let it slip as the game progressed. It's collected, sends it in behind the net. Passes up for Hartnell, a little backhand there. Walks it in over the blue line, sending that one in deep. Down into the corner, a little backhand there, try to center it. Hartnell digging down low. Here's Rachel Hartnell looking to send that one back up to the point, but a couple of NB defenders cut her off. They'll take it away. Throws that one up ice, and that one goes down the distance and a foot race for it, but New Brunswick will beat it out. A shot right on the doorstep. McPhee makes the save. Not a whole lot of runway there, but she comes out to meet the shot, and she makes the save. Face off out to the left here of McPhee. Takes a shot from the point. That one's redirected wide. Back in behind the net. Tried to swing that one back out in front. Passes that one up to center. Takes her right back. McIntyre off the boards. Passed ahead just out of the reach of Eisner. Passes up here for Kearney. Kearney sends that one down low. That's collected by Poirier. Audrey Poirier tries to throw that one in front, and an oncoming attacking Eisner looking to force a turnover there. Picked up, looking to work it through. Try to center that one there for Eisner in front. No one there for it. Shot 6-1 thus far for New Brunswick. Throws that one out in front. Eisner gets a whack at that one. That one's stopped by Betts, and she'll cover that one up. But a similar tempo in this one for New Brunswick has given them the lead. It's all about keeping that tempo up, and NS looking to manufacture some momentum here as they win the draw. Sends that one down low. Little backhand drops that one in behind. Picked up a little backhand up the wall by Poirier. Taken away now, here's Vickers. Plays that one across. Gets that one up to the line and flips that one in. Lola Boutlier sends that one around. There's Vickers. Tried to send that one off the boards. That one's sent up to the hashes. Collected now by New Brunswick. Vickers tried to poke that one free. Here's Jaylee McKinnon. McKinnon dropping that one off for Haley Rose McLean. She opened the scoring last night. As McKinnon passes that one up here for Dweron. She got McLean with her. Dweron fires that one, and Betts will glove it down and stop the play here. Just over 8 minutes in. Back up top. Cohen fires that one. That one's redirected by the blocker of Betts. Back out to center. Collected and fired in by Marianne Ringette. Takes a chop at that one. Skates had tried to get that one over center and over the blue line, but that one's fired off the boards. That one comes all the way back. There's that one up ice, redirected. Here's Cohen. Avery Cohen passes that one up. That one's dropped off here. Takes it in behind the net, down low. Picked up in the corner. That one comes back up. McIntyre not going to chance it, and now New Brunswick will fire that one down the ice, but that'll go the distance. So Nova Scotia will get an offensive zone face-off. Ever since that New Brunswick goal, they've had a bit of momentum, and they're trying to build on that. Face-off out to the left. Here's Somerville, passes that one ahead. Played into the middle, throws that one, walks in, shoots. Great save by Betts, point blank from the slot. And she stonewalls the skater right in front of the net from point blank range, maintaining that 1-goal lead. Walks it in, backhand, out in front, just wide. Poirier trying to move that one up the boards. Here's McIntyre digging for it. There's Rodier. Gets that one up to center and fires that one rink wide down into the near corner. Passes across. Kearney got a stick on that one. Kearney tried to send that one down low. Off the boards, Kearney. One's collected by New Brunswick. Passing that one ahead here for Kirsten McKinnon. Midway through period number 1. Picked up in behind the net. Vickers going to swing that one up. Passes that one ahead. That one's going to go down the distance and will be an icing charge here to Nova Scotia. So they had a few looks in the offensive zone, and now New Brunswick will get a chance on the offensive zone draw. Plays it right back. Turnover here. Here comes Nova Scotia threatening. Passes across in front. They score. On the 2-on-1. Nova Scotia buries it. And it's a tie hockey game. It's a 2-on-1. You knew the pass was coming, and Allison McLean on the back door makes no mistake. We're all knotted up. Walks it in, takes a shot there. That one's going to be a blocker save. McLean already with one, looking for more. Passes into the middle. Shot's dead even now. Passes that one up. Stopped at the half wall, trying to hit her teammate on a stretch pass there. Picked up. Here's Vickers. Looking to move that one ahead. Flipping that one up, and that one's going to go just wide. Passes up. Jaylee McKinnon sending that one down here for Dweron. Dweron gets that one taken away by Ringette. One's fired off the boards, comes right back down. Passed ahead. Try to get a piece of that one, and that one's going to come right back over the blue line. Walks it in. That one's going to be steered aside. Here's Poirier. Playing that one back off the boards. Avery Cohen walks it in. Cohen takes a shot there, and Betts will track that one all the way through and make the stop. Robertson plays it back for Cohen, takes a shot, tries to sift it through traffic, but it's going to hit the leg of Rodier as it couldn't find its way through. Chanel Ouellette. Gets that one and walks in, takes a shot. That one's blocked. In fact, that was a pad save by McPhee as that one comes all the way back. Off the back wall, Hartnell gets a stick on that one and foils the breakout. Boutlier plays that one around for Poirier. Poirier up the wall. That one's collected now and pass cross ice for Rodier. She will fire that one in. Poked up, skating up. That's Driscoll who sends it in deep. Eisner plays it down low, but it's going to be collected by Colpitts. Swings that up here for Boutlier. Passed ahead now. Kirsten McKinnon sends that one down. 6 minutes to go in period number one. Down in the corner, off the wall. Takes a shot there, redirected, they score! A tip in front. And New Brunswick restores the lead. Emma Legier-Davis got the stick on that one. Just a shot from the point and has a defender. That's what you hope for when you throw it on net. And Legier-Davis got a stick on that one. Goes 5-hole on McPhee. And New Brunswick restores that lead. It's collected here by Nova Scotia. Walks in, tries to get a shot off there, out in front. That one's cleared away. Vickers gets it right back, skates it over the line. Vickers takes that one away. Skating with it, back the other way now. Walks in, takes a shot. That one's just wide. Battling out in front, a backhand, a rebound is loose, and that one will be stopped up and covered. Getting a little bit of trouble with the scoreboard here. So we'll see what they spot the clock at. Stopped at 5:51. So it looks like they're going with 5:26. So move that one ahead, get a few extra seconds of free hockey here. As Dweron sends that down for McKinnon. Out in front, looking back door. Couldn't get a twig on it. Here's Cohen. That one comes out to the wall, passing that one in deep. New Brunswick will give it chase. Picks that one up. Little spin there, couldn't get to the forehand shot from the point. Gets a stick on that one out in front, and McPhee will cover that up. With danger lurking in the weeds. Chipped ahead. Here's Hartnell. Couldn't get that one past the defender, and that one's going to come back the other way now. They turn it over, but they get it right back. Here's Nova Scotia, a little backhand. Great save by Betts, getting the glove on that one. Right place at the right time. .419 to go in period number one. McIntyre gets it up for Allman. Plays it back up top. Here's Sanford. Sanford wins that battle, but New Brunswick's got some reinforcements, and that one's going to go down the distance. Will it have enough for icing? A foot race for it. That one gets down just enough. So Nova Scotia trying to take advantage of an icing here. Back up top, played across for McIntyre. McIntyre up for Kearney. Kearney plays it across. Sanford throws that one down low. Driscoll sends it down low. Picked up by New Brunswick, trying to chip that one ahead. Right off the glass, Eisner battling to hold it in. That one comes up to the line, and that one's going to be sent right back in and delayed offside. They're going to have to tag up. But New Brunswick will come away with it. Sending that one ahead, Chanel Cormier. Little backhand there. Plays it up, walks in, takes a shot, blocker save. Tracking that one through the traffic. Here's Kearney, plays that one ahead. Onside, works it in. Couldn't find a lane to bust through as Allison McLean looked for a lane to the goal. New Brunswick will get that one and fire it in. Here's McNeil. Skating that one through neutral ice. 3-on-2. Center's out in front. Got a stick on a rebound. They score. A 3-on-2 the other way. And Maya McCormick on the doorstep gets a whack at it, and that's all she needed. We're back to even. And something that's so underrated is just throwing it in front of the net. As they got the look and they got the second chance. Back to even here as we barrel towards the end of the first. Nova Scotia skating with it through neutral ice. Passes that one into the middle. Walks in, takes a shot, they score! It just crosses the line, but it's in the back of the net. It's 3-2 Nova Scotia, their first lead of the game. Haley Rose McLean, her second of the tournament. And on just their 10th shot, they lead 3-2. Walks it in, top of the circle. Trying to center that one. That one hits a stick and goes wide. Picked up along the half wall, looking to center that one. Over center, now over the blue line, walking in. Try to center that one. Last minute here in period number one, almost taken away there, and McPhee diving to make sure they didn't get a close look. It's collected, pass across. Then sends it down low, skating right over that one. There's Nevaeh Robertson. Less than 20 seconds to go. Here's McIntyre. Sends that one down low. Back in behind the net. Swings it out in front. Hartnell got a whack on that one. Time slowly ticking down, and it will expire. So end of the first period. New Brunswick strikes first, but back and forth action all game, and Nova Scotia finds themselves out on top after period one. You're listening to High Button Sports. We'll be right back for period number two. Welcome back, everybody. Period number 2, set and ready to go. 3-2 is the score for Nova Scotia. New Brunswick controlled the shot category 11-10 after period 1. But Nova Scotia gets a pair of late ones to vault themselves ahead. That's their first lead of the game. As New Brunswick struck first, Nova Scotia has had an answer at every step of the way, and they managed to bury the go-ahead goal with just over a minute to go in the first period. You're listening to High Button Sport from the RBC Center in Dartmouth, Nova Scotia. Female U18 Major Atlantic Challenge Cup. Second period underway. New Brunswick, Nova Scotia coming up next. PEI and Newfoundland and Labrador. Newfoundland and Labrador beat this very New Brunswick team 4-1. They only had 11 shots. They capitalized on all their opportunities. A little more of a high-flying game here from both sides. That one's passed up Sanford. Dumping that one off the wall. Passes it ahead. Little backhand. That one comes right back out. It's collected. Culligan sends that one back out, but Sanford stopping it up. McCormick passes it ahead for McNeil. That one gets stolen away. Passes up, works it over the line a little. Back in there, stopped on the doorstep, but the defense there to clean that one up. Walks in, takes a shot, and that one's going to be steered aside by Betts as she falls back into the cage, but she makes the stop. One back, takes a shot there. That one's blocked. One comes back across, and that one's going to come all the way back. Here's McCormick, walks it over the line. Passes across here for Allison McLean. That one gets broken up. One comes back the other way. Skates it over the blue line. Walks in, takes a shot there, and that one flips up in the netting out of play. Face off out to the right. Takes a shot there, redirected out in front, and that one's going to be kicked away by McPhee. Sends it down low, picked up Kirsten McKinnon. Sends it down low. Lazier Davis tried to throw that one back up to the point, chipped ahead. Here comes Nova Scotia. Almost had a 2-on-1 break there, but that one's passed ahead, and that one's going to be offside. As they try to enter the zone there, nothing doing. They'll have a face-off just outside. Sending that one all the way down. Here's Cohen. Works it back, McKinnon. Up for McLean. Tries to work it down, picked up here by Nova Scotia. Up for McLean, passes it across. Goes all the way down the distance here. Passes it off the back wall. Taken away, Lazier Davis. Loses track of Hartnell there as she'll skate that one down. Sending it in deep. Audrey Dagg. Turns that one over, back out here. Here's Almond. Back up top. Passes across, Sanford. Cross ice pass, in front, shoots, just misses high. As she had a chance in tight, that one comes back up. Here's McIntyre. Along the wall, swings it back in, tries to wrap it around, and that one tied up against the post was Betts. Takes a shot there, that one hits a leg on the way through and doesn't get to the net. Down in the corner, centering pass, out in front, takes a shot there. That one stopped. A rebound in front, they score. Nova Scotia doubles it down, and they take a 2-goal lead. It looks like that was Nevaeh Robertson on the doorstep and buries the rebound. And Team Nova Scotia leads by 2. Chipping that one ahead. Passes up, little backhand all the way down the ice. A foot race for it now, but that one will go the distance for icing. Now another face-off deep here in the New Brunswick zone, so Nova Scotia really putting on some pressure. And something they struggled with last night was keeping that tempo up. PEI outshot them by double digits after 20 minutes. For periods 2 and 3, they really sat back, allowed the play to come to them. They got to keep their foot on the gas here as that one hits a member of the bench and will be blown down, and face-off will be deep in the New Brunswick end. Off the board, sends it down low for Driscoll. Passes ahead, McInnes will throw that one cross ice down into the far corner. Now battle for it here on the near side. Takes that one back, skating it up. That one gets broken up. Dropping that one back is Chanel Ouellette. Gets that one taken away. That one's going to come all the way back. Audrey Poirier looking up ice. Poirier walks in, takes a shot there, kick save, rebound, a big shot there, and that one might have hit a stick on the way through, but nonetheless ends up in the netting, out of play. Throws it back, Cohen gets that one up to the line and not able to hold on to that one, a little too heavy. McLean sends that one in deep. Rodier sends that one up the boards. Picked up by McLean. Battling for it, back up top, tries to get a shot off there. Coming back the other way now. Here comes New Brunswick threatening in transition, walks in, takes a shot, kick saved by McPhee. Taking that one in behind the net. Picked up by Cole Pitts, tries to play that one back for Dagg. Passes ahead. Kirsten McKinnon works that one down the ice. Icing waved off. Passes that one ahead, redirects it, can't get it out, but on the second chance they will, and now it's a 3-on-2. Turns into almost to a 2-on-1. One's played ahead and tried to get that one down the ice, but Sanford stops that one up, fires it off the boards. Haley Rose McLean gets that one taken away from her, and that one comes down. Here's McIntyre. Dashing through the neutral zone, walks in, and that one will be just offside. Face off just outside the zone. Here's Hartnell. Tried to work that one in deep. That one comes back up top. Walks in, takes a shot there. Hits a body and goes down into the corner. Hartnell at the center of that one. New Brunswick comes away with it. Plays that one across, moves it up ice. In transition, and battle ensues behind the Nova Scotia net. They're going to win that battle and escort that one out of the zone. Sanford, cross ice pass. Walks it in over the line. Hartnell trying to bust through. Rachel Hartnell is in and going to be stopped up by Betts. Taken down there was Robertson. That one's going to go all the way down. Collected here by Nova Scotia. New Brunswick hasn't had a whole lot of momentum here to start period number 2. Coming back the other way, trying to cut onto the inside there, but a great job by Jade Vickers to box her out. Picked up, and Danny Ray McInnes will swing that one around, but not out. Eisner trying to chip that one around the boards, but the battle's won by New Brunswick. Cutting into the middle, a backhand there. Stopped, rebound, chips that one on. And that one's going to be covered on up by Paige McPhee. Back up top, takes a shot. That one hits a body on the way through. Collecting now, and now is Kearney. Kearney throws that one up ice, and that one's going to hit a stick and goes all the way down. Not enough for icing, though, but Betts will cover that up. With 11:21 to go. And a face-off out to her right. Gabriel plays it across, walks in, takes a shot, and sending that one wide. Back up top, takes a shot, and Betts seeing that one all the way through. Did a great job to not leave any scraps around the crease. So she'll cover that one up. Chips it in over the blue line. Works it in, and that one's going to be covered up. Wins that one back into the corner. Swings that one up. Takes it right back, skating with it now. Up over the line, takes it in and boxed out there, and a good job by New Brunswick, but they'll ice that one, sending it all the way down. With 10:41 to go. So a face-off out to the left of Betts. Passing it ahead up to center, and we'll flip that one around. McKinnon was chipped off the boards, pops right up. Walks in, tries to pass that one out in front. That one comes away. Picked up. Here's Poirier down along the half wall. Sends that one on, and that one will be gobbled up. And covered up by McPhee. Works that in over the blue line, walks in midway through period number 2. Nova Scotia looking to add some more to that lead. McKinnon takes it in behind, passes that one up, and that one's going to miss the mark and go all the way down. Here for McPhee to corral. Sending that one all the way down the ice. That'll be right on goal. So no icing, we play on. Picked up, turned over here. Little backhand out in front. That one pops up, tried to knock it down. But New Brunswick will collect off the boards. They hold the zone. Here's Robertson trying to cut through. Spins and shoots, and Robertson clunks that one off the side of the goal. Back up top, McInnes plays it across. Picked up Robertson, and then she got a stick on that one as Almond was right there. Tried to throw it in front, but it's off the back of the net. New Brunswick desperately trying to get that one out of the zone, but they're still hemmed. And finally on this chance, they will get that one out. Skates it up to center and will fire it in. Throws that one up ice. Driscoll gets that one poked off her stick. Here's McInnes up to the line, firing that one in. Icing waved off. Passes it ahead. No one there for it. It comes right back. Here comes New Brunswick, forcing it here. Here's Thomas. Emily Thomas walks in, takes a shot, misses high. Back up top, Somerville. Sending that one for Ouellette. Ouellette taken down. Trying to pass that one ahead, pressed out along the boards. Swings that one up. Held in, fired right back by Somerville. Back around, here's Cormier. Passing that one up to the line. Takes it back, and Eisner will collect that one, flip it into the bench, and now to play. So an offensive zone draw coming up for New Brunswick. Haven't had a whole lot of those here to start period number 2. Shots dead even, 17 apiece. But for New Brunswick, it's all about finding a way to capitalize on those opportunities given to you. Picked up, here's McCormick. Passes ahead, and Allison McLean gets a piece of it. Foot race here, and just can't get the inside track, but McLean pokes that one to the middle. Poked ahead, held in by Sanford, but that one's poked off and back the other way now. Here's Kirsten McKinnon, and she gets boxed out there. And Sanford throwing that one up ice for McNeil. Over the blue line, trying to walk it in. Back up top. McIntyre walks in, shoots, and that one's gloved down. A rebound in front, and Betts will cover it up. Making sure the danger is negated. Picked up, walks in and takes a shot. That one's blocked. Marissa Richard gets her pocket pick there. Nova Scotia turns it back the other way. Cutting it through is McKinnon, and that one's poked in behind. Trying to pass that one ahead. 6 minutes to go here in the period. New Brunswick will play it back. Picked up, thrown up ice, broken up, and that one's going to be played ahead. Here comes Thomas. Emily Thomas fires that one wide. Battle ensues. Nova Scotia trying to get that one out of the zone. Held in, but second chance does get out over the line. So they'll have to regroup. Taking forward along the hashes here. Puck frozen along the wall, and they'll stop the play. With 4:41 to go here in the second. Face off out to the left of McPhee. Back up top, takes a shot from the point there, and McPhee will make the save. And she tracks that one through. Sea of bodies. Here's Somerville. Out in front, drops it off, out in front, a backhand, and finds its way through, but that one's going to be steered aside by McPhee. Just inching closer and closer to the goal line. McPhee kicked that one away. Tries to pass that one ahead. That gets broken up. Back the other way, Hartnell passes that one up for Allman. Allman plays that one ahead, and that one's going to be covered. Face off to the left of Betts. One back by New Brunswick. Takes it in behind the net. Up for Sanford. Takes a shot, and getting a knob on that one was Betts. I don't think it was destined for the net. It certainly doesn't hurt. Battling for it in the corner. Neither side giving up an inch. Finally, it's Nova Scotia who comes away with it, trying to center that one out in front. That one comes free. Trying to center that one. Here's Sanford. Skating that one in over the line. Plays it back up to the point, walks in, takes a shot. That one's blocked. They're going to hold it in, though. Sanford takes it back across, walks in, takes a shot that hits a body and goes wide. The board's up to the line. We'll play that one and steer it aside. Digging for it now, Nova Scotia. Almost turning that one over. Picked up, walks in, a backhand stopped up. Don't think it found its way through to the net, but down to 2 minutes left in the period. Here's McLean, tries to walk it through. Picked up, take a shot there, and that one sent just wide, and Betts will hop on that one and cover it up with 1:44 to go in the period. Nova Scotia still leading 4-2. It's been very uneventful. One swung back around. Back up top, 90 seconds to go. Takes a shot there, that one's blocked. That one comes free. Sending that one down, passed ahead. There goes McInnes. Takes it away. Picked up, looks to walk it in, takes a shot there, and McPhee will gobble that one up. 1:02 to go in period number 2. New Brunswick looking for a late answer like Nova Scotia had at the end of the first. Last minute here in the second. Takes a shot there. No one's going to go out into the corner. Picked up. New Brunswick off the wall. Passes up here for Poirier. Poirier takes a shot, and McPhee sees that one all the way through and makes the save with ease. Picked up, walks in, takes a shot, she scores! New Brunswick's got an answer! Off the face-off, short side, it's 4-3. And dangerous off the draw in the last minute. Grace White with a rocket over the glove side of Paige McPhee, and we're back at within 1. Tries to kick that one ahead, played up now. Sends that one all the way down. It's been an uneventful period ever since Nova Scotia tacked on the 4-2 goal. But now New Brunswick has some life. Little backhand off the wall. Tries to move that one ahead. Less than 10 seconds to go, down to 5. And time slowly expiring here. But the damage is done. And New Brunswick will head into the intermission trailing by just 1 as opposed to the 2. 4-3 is the score here for Nova Scotia. Both teams with a goal this period. We'll be right back for period number 3. You're listening to High Button Sports. 2 down, 1 to go. Both teams with a pair of goals in period number 2, and it's 4-3 here for Nova Scotia after a late goal. Pulled New Brunswick back to within 1. Welcome back, everybody, to the Female Atlantic Challenge Cup from the RBC Center in Dartmouth. High Button Sports bringing you all the action from this weekend. We're ready to rock for period number 3, a crucial one for New Brunswick as they look to stay alive in contention to play in tomorrow's final. An absolute critical period here as they look to stay in contention, and Nova Scotia looks to inch closer to punch their ticket. And we are off and running here. That's one back. New Brunswick pulled within 1 at the end of the period. A snipe shot from Grace White narrows that lead back down. Picked up, takes a shot there. That one stopped. Flips that one up and all the way down the ice. Tries to chip it ahead. Works it on through, over the line, walks in, takes a shot, and Betts makes the save. Vickers fires it off the boards. Picked up Poirier. Back up to the line, sends it, and that one's going to be steered aside. Picked up by Poirier. Passes ahead. Walks it in over the line, trying to get a shot off there. That one's going to be blocked on the way through. That one's just offside. So face-off just outside the line here. A little over a minute gone. Tries to work it down, passes ahead. Chipped up, off the boards and out. Brunswick will have to get a little more offensive zone time, generate some chances. Robertson looking to force it on a dime here as Betts will take that one and steer it aside. And behind the net, here's Hartnell. Hartnell spins that one out in front, no one there for it. Takes a shot there. Back the other way. Here comes Ringette, Marianne Ringette. Centers that one out in front. It's loose and no one there to collect the rebound. Skating that one up. Here's Robertson trying to backhand that one across. That one's going to be taken away. Eisner off the boards up top. Cohen takes a shot and Betts will reel that one in and glove it down. And get a face-off out to her left. Sent back around, Cormier up the wall. Momentum stopped here by Nova Scotia. Picked up, played across. Up to the line, there's Cohen. Plays it across here, Marissa Richard. That one's redirected, goes down the distance, and McPhee will cover that one up. No offensive zone draw for New Brunswick. Gonna have to start taking advantage of these opportunities in the O-zone as they look to stage a comeback. That one's picked up. Here's Sanford. Off the boards, back up top. Takes a shot, redirects it wide. Back into the corner. Lays it across, picked up. Here's Poirier. She'll have to double back. Picked up, here's Culligan. Rhea Culligan. Over the line. Drops it off, takes a shot there, steered aside, and McPhee will hop on that one once again. 16:53 to go. Face off out to the right of McPhee. Back up, sends it down low. Fires it off the boards. That one comes free, passes up. That's taken away. Walks it in over the line. McNeil. Passes up, McLean tries to fire that one on. Little backhand there. Allison McLean chases it back in. Back up top, walks in Sanford. Looking to restore that 2-goal lead. She takes it down low, back into the slot. McLean takes a shot, Betts gets the pad out and makes the stop. Betts just sprawled out across the crease. Didn't know where that one was going. Passes up. Dueron gets that one and fires it back in. Here's Dueron in behind the net. Back up top, takes a shot there, stopped by Betts, tracking that one. Not a whole lot in her sight line. That one gets slapped away. Plays that one cross ice, flipped in. Be steered aside, and Betts will play that one off. Works it in, passes across out in front there for Robertson. Couldn't quite get that one. They're going to hold the line. As McInnes gets that one takes a funny bounce off the boards, comes out in front. Vickers looking to center that one, a backhand right on. That's right into the chest of Betts. Betts just staying square to that one. Making an easy save and a very positionally sound save. You can make it so much easier on yourself by just being in the right place at the right time. Boutlier swinging that one around. Works it up, sends it down low. Takes a shot right there. That one steered aside. Comes back the other way. Fires that one off the boards. Takes it down low. Here's Boutlier. Skates that one up. Boutlier. Moves the handle. Here's Ouellette. Back up to the point here for McGrath. Couldn't handle it at the line. That's up to center. Takes that one over the blue line. Taken away. Works it in. Poirier. Plays that one across. Here's Culligan. Culligan turns it over for Eisner. Dropping that one off. Here's Kearney. Kearney takes a fall. Culligan can't get that one out. Cohen fires it right back in, and Betts will reel that one into her trapper and cover it up with 13:34 to go here in period number 2. Face off out to the left of the goal. Swings it around, Ouellette, plays it ahead. Swings it right back, Culligan. Dropping that one in behind. Here's Poirier. Passes up, and that one's going to go down. Cohen recollects. Fires that one off the boards. Just at center, so no icing. Poirier drops that one off for Culligan. Culligan plays that one ahead, works it over the line. New Brunswick had the reinforcements. They haven't had any sustained offensive zone time to start the third. Looking to generate something here. That one's off the boards, and that one comes out. Passes up. Here's McIntyre. Sends that one up ice. Collected. Here's Ringette. She takes a fall, tries to take a swipe at that one to hold it in. Back the other way. Here's McIntyre. McIntyre out in front there. A battle for it. Comes free. Off the boards. Here's McLean. That one comes up and out. McLean plays that one across. Picks it up. Tries to spin it out in front. Ward looks to move that one ahead. She's got Ringette there to give her a hand. Somerville rings that one around the boards. Picked up, played across there by Folks. She had the lone goal in yesterday's contest against Newfoundland and Labrador. That one's chipped off the glass. Cormier gives that one up here for Folks. Fires that one down low. Chanel Ouellette. Little backhand here. Here's Grace White. Walks in, takes a shot. Rebound in front. A backhand stop by McPhee. First good chance for New Brunswick this period. McPhee sharp on that one. Picks it up, backhands it right in front and goes just wide. Picks that one up, walks in, takes a shot, and that one's blocked. Grace White tried to get a shot off there. She was the one who cut that lead down. Picked up Nova Scotia. Out in front, they score! It hits something in front. And it ends up in the back of the net, and Team Nova Scotia restores that 2-goal lead. Jaylee McKinnon gets credit for that one on the break. I think it was the stick of Betts that popped that one up. It ends up in the back of the net. And they lead by 2 once again. New Brunswick calling a 30-second timeout. Just trying to drop a plan. They got to find a way to get back into this one. A win is imperative for them today. And Jaylee McKinnon gives Nova Scotia a 2-goal cushion. Face off here, back at center ice. New Brunswick, 2 behind the 8 ball. One's poked ahead. That one comes free, battling for it now. Here's Hartnell. Sending that one back in deep, picked up. Audrey Poirier. Gets that one taken aback. Looking to send that one up ice, off the wall. A break now, some open ice. Walks in, couldn't get the shot off there. That was Rachel Folks. Walks in, takes a shot. Stopped by the trapper of Betts. That one comes right back out. Avery Cohen off the boards. Comes right back, just out of the reach of Robertson. That one goes all the way down the ice. Collected here by Nova Scotia. Here's Cohen. Off the board, send all the way down the ice. That'll go the distance for icing. So 9:24 to go, midway through period number 3. Coming up after this one, Prince Edward Island taking on Newfoundland and Labrador. PEI also in need of a win. The win for Newfoundland and Labrador would essentially lock in tomorrow's finals. Nova Scotia and Newfoundland and Labrador clashing later this evening. Maybe a preview. As that one's out in front, takes a shot there, and McPhee equal to the task. Just walked right in from the point and let one rip. Takes a shot there. That one's blocked and it goes wide. Takes it down into the corner. Takes that one up to the line. McNeil bounces that one off the wall. Knocked down. Didn't quite get a stick on that one. Walks it in, tries to get a shot off there, and a penalty on the way. Will it be a penalty shot? Doesn't look like it. It looks like just a 2-minute power play. But 2 minutes to try to pull within 1. That's surprisingly the first power play of the day. And a great save there. 22 seconds left on the power play. And a face-off will come out to the right here of McPhee. Takes a swipe at that one. That one's all the way down. Works it down. Here's New Brunswick. Fires that one off the boards. Tries to get that one up. Here's Hartnell. Plays that one up. Works it down. Back in behind the net. Time expires on the power play, down to 5:50. Passes that one ahead. That one's going to be stopped up at the line. Works it on through. Drops it back. Walks in. Takes a shot. Blocker saved by Betts. That one comes right through. Fires it up the wall. That one comes out. Fires it backhand off the boards. A 2-on-1 back the other way. Here comes New Brunswick. A chance on the rush. Takes a shot, and that one's right in to the equipment of Paige McPhee. Face off out to the left. Back up top. Flips that one down. In behind. Grace White passes that one ahead. That one's back up top. Played across. Takes a shot there. Rebound in front. Couldn't get a stick on that one. Tries to bank that one off the back of McPhee. Got elevation, but it goes off the back of the net. Picks it up, takes a shot there, a swat there, and that one goes out into the corner. Picked up, McNeil walks in, shoots off the goalpost. McNeil gets another chance, shoots, just misses. A couple of chances for McNeil. Here's McCormick, back up top, walks in, takes a shot, just misses wide. Here's McNeil. Gets that one taken away. Tries to pass that one ahead. McNeil gets it right back. Skating with it now. She's had a couple looks this shift, looking for a third, and gets that one poked off her stick. McInnes. Chops that one down low. Time slowly ticking away. Passing that one ahead. There's Dweron. Picks it up, passes ahead now. Works it all the way back. Passes ahead. Battle ensues back in behind the net. Back up top, less than 3 minutes to go now. Sends it back in. Haley Rose McLean trying to get that one back up to the point. New Brunswick trying to get it out to maybe pull the goalie for the extra attacker. Cohen tries to chop that one there for McLean. Here's Poirier. Trying to pass that one ahead. Battle for it along the wall. Nova Scotia will flip that one up into the netting out of play with 2:17 to go. Face off out to the left of Betts. Walks in, takes a shot, and sends that one wide. That one pops up. Stays in play, but that one comes out. Takes a shot there, blocker stop. Chips that one off the boards. Here comes Hartnell. Forcing that one down. Net empty for New Brunswick. New Brunswick will recollect. Here comes Ward. Passes that one ahead. 100 seconds remaining. Out in front. Rebound is loose and stopped by McPhee, and she's got it with 1:31 to go. Keeping this one at an arm's length. Face off out to the left. Walks in, takes a shot, redirected on the doorstep. It's loose, and that one's going to be covered up. A few chances there for New Brunswick with the extra attacker. 35-30 are the shots in favor of New Brunswick. Plays it across. Walks it in, glove down. Last minute here in period number 3. Takes a shot there, and McPhee will gobble that one up. 57.3 to go. She's been rock solid here. One back up top, takes a shot, and that one goes wide. Out into the middle, winds up, takes a shot there, blocked. And that's steered away. 40 seconds to go, works it out in front. Pops up there, and that's loose. And McPhee's gonna hop on that one, 33.5 to go. Plays it across, takes a shot, tries to redirect that one. That one clunks off the glass. Tries to spin it out in front. And that one comes loose. 20 seconds to go in the frame. Time slowly ticking down. Nova Scotia still ahead by 2. New Brunswick last gasp right on the doorstep. Tries to pop that one up off the outside of the post, and McPhee will cover it up. 6.2 to go. Nova Scotia will escape with a win. They surrendered the first goal. New Brunswick had an answer when they tied it up. But it's been all Nova Scotia since. New Brunswick has poured on a ton of pressure. But it wasn't quite enough as Team Nova Scotia will hang on. And they'll take this one 5-3 and inch a little closer to booking their ticket to tomorrow's final. And a big win here for the hosts. So Nova Scotia improves to 2-0. Coming up next, Newfoundland and Prince Edward Island. PEI started off 0-1 after a loss last night. They'll look to keep their hopes alive and thicken the plot just a little bit. Stick with us here. We'll have players of the game coming right up. Grace White, she had the goal that pulled them within one. At the end of the second period, she's player of the game for New Brunswick. And Kendall Dweron gets it for Team Nova Scotia. That'll do it for this one. Nova Scotia takes it 5-3. They improve to 2-0. Coming up next, PEI versus Newfoundland and Labrador. You're listening to High Button Sports from the Female Atlantic Challenge Cup.